A large number of cells show plasma membrane as their outermost boundary. This particular membrane enables the organism to thrive in different environmental conditions and at the same time controls the molecular transport across them. So today we are going to understand about the structural features of plasma membrane that will allow the plasma membrane to offer these functions to the cell. Now, when we talk about plasma membrane, it is the limiting boundary in all living cells. So if we talk about the plasma membrane actually segregates the internal environment of the cell from the external environment, and at the same time it allows certain molecules to pass through it but inhibits the other to pass through it. This particular nature of plasma membrane is considered as selectively permeable nature. Now, if we talk about the plasma membrane and we can see the detailed structure of plasma membrane, we can clearly see that it is composed of several components. This particular model was given by Singer and Nicholson and famously known as fluid mosaic model. So the plasma membrane structure is having lipids, proteins, carbohydrates and even cholesterol as its component. So now let's discuss each component one by one. The very first is the lipid bilayer. Lipid bilayer is composed of phospholipids. Now, the phospholipids are formed of hydrophilic head, which is having glycerol and phosphate, and hydrophobic tail, which composed of two fatty acid chains. This is how they assemble to form the lipid bilayer. So we can clearly see over here that hydrophilic heads are facing the external environment and the internal environment, while the hydrophobic tail align themselves in the core. So this lipid bilayer shows fluidity by certain movements of lipid molecules. So a lipid molecule can move laterally or horizontally in the bilayer, and at the same time it can also show flip-flop movement like this. Now, the second component of plasma membrane is proteins. So the proteins that are present in the plasma membrane are of two types. The very first one are the intrinsic proteins, which are embedded in the membrane. So they can either be completely embedded or partially embedded. The second ones are called as extrinsic proteins, which are present on the outer side but not embedded. So these proteins can also show certain movements in the lipid bilayer. So they can move laterally within the membrane. So this quasi-fluid nature of lipids enables the lateral movement of proteins within them. So this ability to move within the membrane is measured as its fluidity. Now, the third component is carbohydrate. So carbohydrates are only present on the external surface or the outer surface of membranes. They can either be found with proteins or lipids. So they are present on the extracellular side. The fourth component is cholesterol. So cholesterol is a component of animal cell membranes and it provides membrane the stability. It is present within the membrane. So this is the structural detail of plasma membrane that allows the cell to thrive in various environmental conditions and at the same time controls the molecular transport. Hope you understood it well. Thank you very much.